There was a source indicating that there were 34% more people interested in getting a divorce from March through July, and 31% of them indicated that it was because of the lockdown. And there was a political commentator, Scott Adams. He mentioned something really interesting. He said that there should be more options than the nuclear family in terms of relationships. And of course, I myself agree wholeheartedly, completely, but I've never heard somebody say that before, somebody in the mainstream media. And here's the interesting bit. Most people, most of you, are raised to believe that there is only one sort of relationship, and that is called monogamy. That is called the nuclear family. If you don't know what a nuclear family is, it's a family consisting of a monogamous relationship and their children. And so, isn't that interesting that he said that? He said that there should be more options than the nuclear family. Now, I myself, I'm not against the family structure. I'm not against having children. Not at all. I'm not even against the marriage. I'm against the things that come into those beliefs, into those practices that are contradictory to what they actually, the purpose of the actual relationship. And so I strongly encourage you to read the book, and I'll tell you why. There's a resource, it's called Relationships 101. All you have to do is go to Amazon and search Relationships 101 by Rone John, Ronejohn. And we'll talk about, in that book, it talks about how relationships have come to be over the millennia, over the hundreds of years, and where the concept of ownership and how jealousy came to be and what jealousy is and how to get over that and how to have a relationship based on fundamental axioms that make sense, that actually make sense when it comes to love, for example. Are you in the relationship based on love, or are you in the relationship based on specific arrangements? Now, some people presume that they're in a loving relationship, a relationship based on love, but actually they're in a relationship based on an arrangement, not on love. So when you specify, when you become clear as to what relationship you're in, what kind of relationship you're in, and what kind of relationship you want, life becomes tremendously easier. Now, I'll go more about how you can survive this pandemic and how you can survive this lockdown when it comes to having a partner. There's a lot of challenges that really show themselves more clearly when two people are locked down in a relationship. They're locked down in one place, and both partners work from home, and you face new challenges. And I'm going to go over that in the next few days. So what I encourage you to do for today, the takeaway for today, if nothing else, is that I want you to revisit what kind of relationship you really want. And I want you to think about that you were raised to believe that there's only one kind of relationship style. Until later on you find out, you meet some new people and you say, well, what kind of relationship do you have? What do you mean you're open? What do you mean you're polyamorous? What do you mean you have this and this and this in your relationship? That's interesting. Because you've been raised to believe that you're supposed to find a partner, find one partner, get married, have a great job, raise children. You're made to believe that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. I actually love family structures when done right. When done right. And a lot of that has to do with communication. A lot of that has to do with maturity, which I talked about on yesterday's video. So think about that. Anything you know, remember, anything you know that you don't know why you know those things is suspect. In other words, the reason why you do relationships, if you don't know why you do them, if you don't have any reasons why you're doing them, you just say, somebody just told you, here's how you do these things. Here's how you relate with people. Here's how to have a relationship. Well, you got to question, why? Why do I have to do this way? Why can't I do it this way? And so that's what I want you to think about today. What kind of relationship do you want? What kind of relationship do you have? And are they actually aligned? And I want you to think about that there's more than one relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're just thrusted into a relationship which is monogamous, then you have some challenges ahead of you, because I want you to think about this. The death knell of every loving relationship, the death knell, the signal that is the death of your relationship is beginning is when partners take themselves for granted. And that occurs almost, what is the word? Almost inevitably, almost inevitable in a monogamous relationship. I'll go over that in the next couple of days, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.